morning. It's Monday, it's a whole new week, it's a whole new waffle, it's the same old, slightly exhausted already me. It's 7 a.m. And I have a lot to try and do and no space to do it. You can't see what I'm working with, but there's not an inch of space on my desk at the moment. All the stuff I bought yesterday is here. All the stuff I bought the last few weeks is here. All the stuff I need to post out is down here. I need this space to post things in. I don't have the space. I have overdone myself yet again. I gave myself the day off on Saturday. If you watched last week's waffle, you'll see that on Saturday I didn't really get much done. And I can't do that. Sad thing is, I can't give myself the day off. Because I will spend the rest of this week now chasing my tail, trying to undo the damage I've done by having a day off. So I need to get my parcels done, and to be able to do that I need to move all this unlisted stock. I think the answer is to go and get a couple of bags, put it into bags, and then at least it's more portable and create a space to enable me to do parcels. Let's go and grab a couple of bags for life. Stay there. Okay, I now have space here in which I can do parcels. I think I'm going to move the Denby across out of the way. You can't see that. Hang on, let me show you what I mean. This is still on my desk, so I'm going to slide this. Oh God, that weighs a lot of ton. A lot of ton. I'd like to point out it is still early in the morning, and apparently I can't speak yet. Oh good God! You move across to there. I don't want to put it too far over because I won't be able to get into the drawers to get the bags out. So, forward thinking. Okay. Hopefully I've created enough space to enable me to do my parcels without smashing anything or getting too stressed. And then once that's done, I'll be able to think forward. Okay, let me show you what's going out. I have got... First up then, I've got this midwinter... Is it midwinter? It's not midwinter. It's Elizabethan, I beg your pardon. Elizabethan Meadowflower tea set. And this has gone out. I listed it at $29.99 with the coffee pot. And somebody sent me a message and said, would you sell the rest of it without the coffee pot, as I don't need it? I'd had it stocked for such a long time that when she offered me £22 for the rest of the tea set without the coffee pot, I was like, yes, I will. But as you can imagine, this is going to take quite a lot of packaging because it's still coming. I have, however, got a whole pack of these. They're not massive good quality, but hopefully they will have enough stretch. Oh, they're not big enough, are they? I could have done with a different size. I was hoping this would have enough stretch to... It will, but is it going to rip when I get it over the handle? Oh. This requires patience, which is something I do not have enough of at this time of day. Yeah, any time of day, if we're honest. They will go on, but I don't know if I've got the time or patience to do all of those this morning. This parcel does not have to go out this morning, so what I might actually do is... When's this got to go out by? 28th. Today's only the 25th. That can go back in the box. And I will gradually, over the next day or so, put all those little sleeves on and then package it better. So that's gone up for £22. That's going on the to be dealt with later pile. I've sold the second of the Young Rose cup and saucers. I had a red set and a blue set. The red set went last week on an offer and the blue one has gone on full price. This is going out somewhere on the global shipping program. I can't pronounce the name of the person who's bought it. It's an Eastern European name, one of those that has lots of Z's in it, and I don't know how to pronounce it, and I'm not even going to try for fear of offending people. But there you go. So that's gone out at $29.99. That's a lovely sale. The Crown Trent China Berries and Bugs mug is going out at £11. That's going to the US. The Catmate C50 automatic pet feeder is going out. That's sold for 18 quid. Oh, One of you lovely guys sent me a box of stuff recently. You did not want any credit, but in that box of stuff was the Wainwright's Pictorial Fells guides, and I have sold those for £40 and 49p, which is a very odd amount, but that's what the offer came in at. I presume when they sent the offer, they took the amount of the shipping into account when they made their offer. This is a melamine picnic set. I'm not going to open it because it's proper squeezed in there, but that's gone for 15 quid. That came from Steve's store, so it cost me not much. I will be going back to the unit because one of you lovely guys has bought a dress, which is very, very nice of you, and I have not picked it up from the unit. What a muppet. I'm going to be on back for that. But thank you, Deborah. I appreciate your purchase. I just didn't go and get it from the unit, so I'll have to go back there. Tammy's not working today. I might ask her if she'll pop down for me. She might do that because I'm working. Did I say I was working today? I'm working today. I've sold Belle, Funko Pop Belle for £4.99. I have sold All a Kylie mug for £8. Sorry, I can't see the screen. I've sold Blue Marie-Ange de Costa Flower Fairies tin for £8.99. The first of the 4 Le Creuset bowls that I got has gone for £13. This bag is actually a changing bag. When I saw it in the charity shop, I bought it for Nat because I thought it might do her for work, but it did not have the right pockets she wanted. I paid £10 in the charity shop. It was brand new when I bought it. We only got as far as taking the tags off. It's not actually been used, and that's gone for £13. So there's still a tiny profit in there, and bearing in mind that I bought it for Nat and it wasn't any good, I'm quite happy just to get my money back. And then there's 2 items of clothing, like I said, that are going to have to be picked up, and then another sale's come in this morning from one of you lovely guys. So I've got a message from a lady called Claire. Hi Carla, I'm a YouTube viewer, sorry, very focused, of many years. Love your channel, especially the waffle. Claire, thank you so much, Claire, for watching. I will have to get, again, Tammy probably to pick up your stuff from the unit, but thank you for that lovely purchase. Right, so the stuff that I've got here I need to get on and package, apart from maybe that tea set. I might do the tea set. We'll see how we're getting on for time once I've done this, because the time now is 7:25. It's taken me 25 minutes to get this far. One of the things about recording yourself doing stuff rather than just doing it is the additional time. So from the point of view of making YouTube videos, I need a bag, bear with. In fact, I need 2. From the point of view of making YouTube videos, one of the essential tenets of any kind of filming stuff is show, don't tell. Film yourself doing it rather than film yourself talking about having done it or planning to do it. But from a practical point of view of actually getting stuff done, to film yourself doing it takes much more time than just getting on and doing it. So when I am pushed for time, as I frequently am, where is my sellotape? It is very difficult for me to do a good job of doing both my jobs, do you know what I mean? So one of my jobs is the eBay parceling, another of my jobs is the YouTube recording, and sometimes one has to suffer to facilitate the efficiency of the other. We are doing words today, we are doing big words. So basically what I'm trying to say is, if I hadn't filmed myself moving all this stuff just now and talking about it, I'd be probably 10 minutes further into the job of packaging it. And that's the thing, it's finding the time. I mean, wouldn't it be lovely to be one of those YouTubers who just has someone else doing all the filming, just get on with your life and somebody else runs around behind you with a camera? I don't think we're at quite Mr. Beast level of employing people yet, are we? First one packaged. Okay, I don't have a bag big enough for this one, annoyingly. And yet I did have. I think I used the last really big bag. Let me just have a quick look in here. Have a really big bag, please, universe. Be a really big bag. You're small, you're no good. What are you doing masquerading as a really big bag? You're a size down. I don't have any of the really big ones. So we slice and dice. Cut down the side of one. Pop it over the top. You can move your head in the way. Even though I created some space, I'm still not having enough space. Cut down the side of a second. The top. It's going to be a third, I think. It looks like it's still is covering the end. Have you seen, if you are a person who spends a lot of time online, you may have come across like the groups on Facebook, and it's how I received things from Vinted or something. And the way that some people who aren't professional sellers, for want of a better way of describing it, people who are just clearing out their own stuff, it's other people putting pictures up of how those people have posted things. And, you know, and it's quite hilarious, you know. So one woman had something delivered in a fish finger box and one of the fish fingers was still in the bottom. Sounds like this when I'm creating packaging out of several other bits of packaging. I'm quite envious of sellers who don't care. Yeah, she'd what was it? I think it was makeup. She'd ordered a makeup palette. Yeah, and it came out, I say, in an old fish finger box out the freezer, complete with free fish finger. And when she'd messaged the woman, she said, "I don't know what you're making a fuss about. You got a freebie, didn't you?" The other thing you have to bear in mind if you're using layers of packaging is that any ends that are sticking out can get caught in parcel sorting machinery. I believe this happens more with Royal Mail than it does with the courier companies, because Royal Mail tend to have enormous sorting centres where, sorry, one of my alarms went off. Yeah, where a lot of things go on conveyor belts, and then things have a tendency to get caught in the workings. I need 2 more of those bags. Good to God, I've done about 18 sit-ups so far today. It's not a sit-up, is it? It's a stand-up. What's a stand-up called? Right, I'm getting hot now. Having my 7:30 morning flush. Okay, I wish I had some big bags. I'm going to struggle to get you in there as well. Married to self, order large mailers. And at least you're a bag, you won't hurt for being Scrooged. Anybody else talk to their parcels when they're making them? If you're out there and you're a reseller watching this, have I lost my morals, or do we all talk to our parcels about what they can and can't do? One end in. Right, I'm going to stop talking, I'm going to stop filming, and get on with doing, and I'll come back to you guys at the end and show you what I have or have not achieved. See you in a bit. Right, that's where we've got to. I still got to do that tea set. I've got to do a cup and saucer. I need some stuff from the unit, but that's where we've got to so far. And now I need to get ready for work. Bro, as usual, no cash. No cash, but a £5 winning scratch card, dude. All right? You're welcome.
You know that. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
They always come handy whenever it comes in the morning. I don't claim in the morning, I don't claim at night, because I say breakfast in the morning.
Yeah, fair enough, mate. See you later. Hello. Sorry, I was caught up doing something. Good evening. Sorry, I'm totally amused. There's a guy. That was a guy who sits outside Aldi, obviously, who is in between homes at present. And I had a £5 winning scratch card. And what I usually do if I win on a scratch card, I usually stick them in the glove box for moments like this, because I don't carry as much cash as we did years ago. Anyway, train of thought. Hello, it is Monday. It's still Monday. It's Monday evening. I've finished work. I've just popped in Aldi and bought a gammon joint to put into the, what am I doing? A pressure cook or slow cook? One or the other. Might slow cook it. Oh, hang on. I hope he gets there okay. Yeah, so either pressure cook or slow cook, not sure which, and then slice it when it's cold for ham for the week. So I just popped in and got that, and coleslaw and some pita breads, and I'm on my way home. I picked up from a bin, I can't show you it safely now, hang on, I'll show you it when we pull up, but somebody put it out by their bins, which is a thing that we do a lot in this area. I don't know what it's like where you are, but in this area, if you have something that isn't knackered, you put it outside your house and it's free for anyone to collect, and I think a lot of areas do that. Anyway, I'm very close to the camera, aren't I? It's a beauty box, and I'm thinking hopefully I can give it a really nice clean up, because Freya is about to go to college on a nails and something else course. I can't for the life remember what it is actually. Anyway, I thought it would be useful for her too, because she's going to start building a kit up of stuff that she will need for her course, and it's a really lovely box. So I will show you it when we get home. I think Freya's coming this evening because she's going tomorrow to college to sign up. Natalie's taken her to the induction day tomorrow, so she's staying the night at ours tonight, so I don't know whether she'll be there yet. I'm hoping I can get this all cleaned up and nice before she gets there. It's not in bad condition, it just the inside is a bit grubby with makeup and stuff, so I want to clean up the insides if I can and get it all nice for her. And yeah, it's nice. It was a nice little spot this morning on the way to work. And like I said, I'm going to go home, I'm going to cook a gammon. I'm going to be intrigued about who's on my driveway. Double intrigued squared about who's on my driveway. That's timing! That was just a guy turning around, doing a 3-point turn in my driveway. Double intrigued squared about that, but yeah, he was just doing a 3-point turn. Yeah, cook a gammon, clean this thing up for Freya. Tammy's gone to work. I wonder if she managed to get my second. I forgot to ask her. I put one load of washing on the line this morning and then I put another lot in the machine, and I meant to tell Tammy I'd done it so that she could hang it out for me if she wouldn't mind, and I forgot to tell her, but she may have noticed it. Let's go and find out. So yeah, look how pretty it is. It's dusty. It's dusty, it needs a clean up, the insides need the bit of makeup washing up, but look how pretty it is. I think she'll really like that. And it was free by the side of the road. Sadly, she did not notice my laundry, so I'm going to get that on the line now. And then I'll come back and sort my gammon out. Got my gammon in the slow cooker. I'm going to clean up that thing now.
She ran her thumb along the word mum, a pathetic attempt to seek comfort. The timing of its arrival was nothing short of spooky. Why now? After all this time, and after all these years coping on her own, making it work, hopping from one domestic configuration to the next, why now had her mother stepped back into her life? She felt like she was being hypnotised, helpless to resist the pull, ovulated. And as she locked her bike to the railing and said hello to 2 old-timers.
I've just found that makeup case on Amazon. It's $39.99. Yay! For a freebie, yay, yay, yay. Good morning on Tuesday. I'm all discombobulated. I'm going to speak to you while I rebobulate. Loving rebobulate, by the way. Making that a thing.
That is so fetch. Gretchen, stop trying to make fetch happen.
It's Tuesday. I am zipping down to Lidl. I don't like Lidl, I prefer Aldi, but Lidl's nearer. Because we have had a moment of blah. I forgot there was no Nana bus yesterday. There's no Nana bus for my mother on a bank holiday. On a Monday she goes on the Nana bus and gets her shopping. But it's a community service thing that they run. They did have to pay for it. It's not free, but it's a community transport thing, and it doesn't run on bank holidays. And I forgot that there wouldn't be a Nana bus. So when I spoke to her last night, I said, "Oh, did you go on the bus today and get your shopping?" She said, "Oh no, there was no bus today." And I was like, "Oh." She went, "But perhaps Anthony can bring me some stuff in the morning." I was like, "Yes, he can. I'll go out and get it." But I'd forgotten. On my list of things that I have forgotten, I'd forgotten that he's taking Bella to the groomers in Thornbury today, completely the other direction to my mother's. He's still going to my mother's, but he's got to go there first and then over there. And essentially, I heard him saying, "I'm just going to put stuff in the car." And I said to him, "Are you going already? Because you're very early from those." He was like, "Yeah, I'm going to the groomers and then on to Nan's after that." And I was like, I've got to go get the shopping. So here I am, dashing off down to Lidl to get the shopping. I said to him, how long have I got? He's like, half an hour at the tops. So here I am, dashing down to Lidl to get my mother's shopping, and then he'll take it with him to the groomers, and then he'll take it over to my mother's after that. And it'll all be fine, but it's all just a bit of a thing. The silly thing is that I've been awake since 6. I've been editing and listing on eBay since 6 AM, and if I'd known that I was on a time crunch, obviously I'd have got out and gone to Lidl much sooner, because I think they open at like 7 o'clock or something. And it's 9 now, so all that time I've sat there not being at Lidl, I could have got that done. But 'tis what it is. Here we are, going to Lidl. around the Dublin roundabout that nobody understands. My windscreen is filthy. There's been so much dust flying around recently when we've not had any rain to wet it. Having said that, I think we're going to get some today, looking at the clouds. And I think I need to refill my windscreen squirt. Oh, she's in, but she's very wonky. Let's straighten her up. That's a bit more respectable. Right, run, run, run. Okay, shopping for Mum, bacon for the girls, Freya and Lexi for their breakfast. I must remember I've got 2 books for Mum and they're upstairs, so I must grab them and put them in the shopping bag before Aunt screeches out the door. Really bad legs today. Both legs very painful, so I'm driving down to Bridgewater today to meet up with Caroline to give her all the sacks that you can see in the boot. You can just about see a green sack, I think, over my shoulder. So I think a couple of painkillers, which means I need to eat something. Okay, find a little biscuit or something. I'm not eating in the mornings. In the mornings I'm like, oh god no. But I can't take ibuprofen on an empty stomach. So, a biscuit, some painkillers, some fluids, and then what time do I need to leave? I need to get on the road for about 11, I guess, to be in Bridgewater for 12. It's really only sort of 40 minutes, but of course you have to allow for traffic and motorways, and I don't know if anybody's going to be heading south on the motorway on the day after a bank holiday Monday. I think it's probably going to be northbound that's very busy, people coming back, because of course the kids go back to school in a few days time, so the people will have taken the advantage of the last bank holiday weekend of August when they and gone away, so people are probably going to be coming back up. Shouldn't struggle too much for traffic going down, but it might be a heck of a job getting home later. We'll see. Right, home again, take the shopping in, find the books for Mum, and then go back to what I was doing before I realised I had to rush out the house. How did you sleep on my new chair?
Good.
It's comfy, isn't it?
Yep.
I came down and she was well out of it. See, I can't make it stay down. I'm not sure where my centre of gravity needs to be to make it stay down when it's flat.
You were up again when I came down this morning.
Yeah, probably like this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Literally.
it is well comfy now. Well, I've listed this bag full of stuff. I was 18 listings this morning. I've done some editing. I need to get some photographs done because I can't move in here. So, oh, sorry, the light's terrible. I might see if I can do a few photos. I've got about 20 minutes before I need to go, so I wonder if I can just whack off a few photos before I go. This really is bad lighting, sorry. I got a few photos done. I've got a little bag of stuff in the back to go to the unit, although some of it needs more packaging than it's currently got. So that's still in the house, and I'm off to meet Caroline. I've just arrived. I'm a few minutes early, and Caroline rang to say that she might be a few minutes late because she's stuck behind a massive wide load with a load of police outriders and stuff, moving to, I think she said 2 tanks or something, and it was huge and she was stuck behind it. Well, as I've just come along the other way, a police outrider had just come towards me, all lights flashing, single guy, motorbike, all lights flashing with wide load written on the front of his motorbike frontage, whatever those are called. And I was like, oh, maybe it's coming this way then, but there's no sign of it. So if he's supposed to be the front escort, he's an awful long way in front, because a few minutes later, still nothing. Don't know. But if it randomly comes towards me, I'll turn the camera on so you can see, eh? Weirdly, another single motorbike, lights flashing, wide load on the front, just shot past me. Still no sign of any actual wide load, and bear in mind another 3 or 4 minutes have passed. I think it's finally coming. I think it's finally coming, look. There's another outrider, that's the third one. Like I said, unless it's the same guy doing laps, he's been round several times, but I can see something coming now. So there you go, Caroline's been behind this for some considerable time. Just massive tanks. It's a big old tank, that. And it's got an awful lot of escort going on. Like I said, three outriders plus assorted bits and bobs, and that's Caroline driving past me. That's Caroline driving straight past. I don't know if you can get in there. Maybe there's another entrance to the car park. No, she's doing a 3-point turn. I think she spotted me laughing at her. She'll be here any minute to tell us about it.
Did it deliberately because I thought, well, the majority of the bits, you know, the pub is up that way, so the entrance must be there. Because I couldn't remember from last time. Jesus!
I was filming the wide load going past for my vlog, and I was like, oh look, and there's Caroline going past as well.
What a dickhead!
The weird thing was, I came from that direction because it brought me around the back. And a police outrider went past about 10 minutes ago with his wide load and his flashing lights.
Yeah,
it's 10 minutes before the load came.
It's because the first one managed to turn left and only did a 26-point turn, and the second one was obviously not quite so, or a more inept driver, and it was a 56-point
Well, the
turn.
first police outrider must be at Land's End by now. The speed he was going, how long ago he went past.
I hit this just as I came off the motorway. They stopped me at the outrider stopped me at the top of the slip road. It's taken me nearly as long to get from the motorway. For clarity, the distance is about 2.3 miles or something once I come off the motorway, and before that it's 50-something miles. And it's taken me nearly as long
to do the last two as it is to do the first 50.
And every time I turned, I thought, surely it's not going the same way as me. And it was.
There we go. Apparently they were coming to the pub with us, but they'll be here in a minute. They've gone past.
Oh my lord. In all seriousness, shouldn't they be moving something like that at 3 o'clock in the morning?
Maybe they started at 3 o'clock in the
Oh my
morning.
God.
Maybe he's been doing that 99-point turn since 3 a.m. I was teasing Caroline for her beige platter, and then I realised that I've come back from the car with a very beige paint myself. But there is some green, it's just hiding underneath
You've
the
got
mash.
green and orange.
Yeah.
I just told my vlog that I was supposed to have corn ribs, which would have been
That would have been your healthy extra.
healthy, yes.
Just got to the unit. They close in about 25 minutes, so I made it. I was quite pleased to make it in time. I did have a chat with I don't know if I've already told you this, I might have done. I had a chat with the manager the other day, and they do have out of hours access if I supply additional ID and stuff. So I'm going to go for that, because sometimes it's really difficult to get down here before they close at 6 with these road works going on. But I'm here in time today, so I've got to drop off a few things. I've brought a few things to drop off and pick up a few. 10 to 6 me is not very happy with yesterday me that didn't wrap up that china, and this morning's me that left the bedroom in a mess, and is also a bit worried about whether I might go on evening dog walks. Can't remember. Horrible feeling I might be. And whichever me I am right now is a very tired me. I'm making myself a ham, cheese and pineapple pita bread. I've offered Tammy one. She's up for the ham and cheese element, but she's not that excited about the pineapple. I can understand why she's feeling a bit apprehensive, but I feel like it's time to be braver. So yeah, ham, cheese and pineapple. I've got cheese spread and cheese, which seemed like a good idea at the time, but it won't actually mix very well. I've got chopped up leftovers from the gammon, because I've sliced it and these are the bits that crumbled. I've got a lot of dogs around because they're like, what's that? Crumbly gammon? We're in for that. I want to try and combine. Excuse the weird lighting, by the way. I've got the undercupboard lighting on and it's falling off the bloody wall because everything in this house is gradually falling off the walls. combine, add some pineapple. I feel like Tammy's going to miss out because she's not brave. Maybe she doesn't like pineapple, to be fair. She might just... I know she doesn't like hot fruit in anything, but I wasn't planning on heating this up. Pineapple in there as well. This comes back to that pineapple on a pizza debate, doesn't it? Which side are you on the pineapple on a pizza? I am very firmly that pineapple can be on my pizza. I'm down for that. Before anybody asks, no, at my great age, I'm not pregnant. I went for a little bowl thinking I'm only going to make like a portion, but I very much done that thing where I throw stuff in and wonder why it won't fit. I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and lead the way. Not that. I believe this is going to be banging. Teach them well and let them lead the way. I decided long ago. Okay, I've made a bit of pocket. In I go. Could do with some greenery really, but I haven't got any. And Anthony buys horrible leaves that I don't like. Oh, it's going wrong. It's going wrong. Everything's falling everywhere. Oh my God, the recipe is strong with this one. It's huge. I'm not even that hungry. At least I live as I believe. Let's make Tammy a slightly more middle of the road sandwich. She can have a ham and cheese toastie. Because they can't take away my dignity. 1 ham and cheese toasted pita for Tammy. 1 pineapple extravaganza for me. Food. Good evening on Wednesday. I didn't record anything this morning because I got up, edited, went to work. There was nothing to show you, nothing to tell you, nothing of interest. Come home this evening, had a parcel. If it had been a success, I'd have shown you it, but it wasn't. It was another one of those non-wired bras that are supposed to do wonderful things for you, uplift and work for everybody on TikTok. And as soon as I put my saggy boulders in it, they plummet. Tammy tried it, fitted her better than it fitted me, but not well enough to give her support, so that's going back. So nothing to show you there. I have nothing to say. I was in such a bad mood this morning. I'm overtired. I'm just generally overtired. I just want to go to sleep. Oh, here's Isaac. Hiya! Isaac's just appeared out of nowhere. So stop crying at Isaac. Yeah, I'm just overtired. My boss said to me today, what do you want to do? I said, I want to go to sleep. I just want to go to sleep. I want to spend about 3 days just sleeping. So we're going out in a bit to get the last 3 grommets. There are 3 left and then we've completed the trail. So yeah, Tammy and I are going out in a minute to do that after this dog walk. I told Tammy that she might not be safe with me driving, so she's driving for her own safety, for her own preservation.
I have some sense of preservation of life.
She was like, do I need my sunglasses? I was like, you might need a crash helmet, mate, because I'm not sure I'm safe to drive. I'm so tired. Right, we're off to get these last 3 grommets and that's that done.
That's all done. Yeah, for another however many years.
Yeah, till they bring it back again. Cracking view up here, grommet. We are out on the grommet trail, collecting our last 3. And you can see the bridge in all its glory, apart from the fact that it's covering scaffolding at the moment because they're doing some kind of work to it. They're always doing something to it. To be fair, it's been there a while and I guess it needs a lot of maintenance. But you can also see all the way across South Bristol and into North Somerset. So, I had to climb uphill to get here though, so I couldn't film until I got my breath back. We're about to do something I have not done for 40 plus years, which is to walk across the suspension bridge. The grommet we want next is on the other side of the bridge. And you have to pay to drive across it, but you don't have to pay to walk across it. So we're being a bit, you know, frugal. We're going to walk across it and crawl back. I said they were doing something. Refurbishing project to protect the historic wrought iron chains and ensure the bridge stays in top condition for many years to come. Construction of bespoke access system Surface preparation, application of paint, restoration works to the metalwork, installation of lighting and traffic management. You can scan the QR code if you want to. The sun is just dipping down behind Lee Woods, hence I cannot see a thing. We've done it, we have completed the Grommet Trail. We have walked up some hills this evening, unexpectedly, and had to very much rush to Spoons for a wee. Good old Spoons. Home now, I'm knackered. There have been 7 replies so far to my question about what colour Tammy's drink looked in the bottle. All 7 have said it looks green to me, with the exception of one who said maybe a tint of blue when you turned it so like to one side. Now it's called Blue Bolt. It's called Blue Bolt. So as far as Tammy's concerned, it's blue. But I'm bloody sure that's green. Bloody sure it's green. It's not Tammy's fault. She didn't name it. But yeah, that's a green drink. And 7 of you agree with me, and the rest of you haven't commented. So therefore, everyone agrees with me because that's how my logic works. But yeah, it's called Blue Bolt. It's definitely green. It's green. I can only assume that this guy is quite used to people. Hi. Hey. Hey, baby. Trying to see what Tammy's got. She's got a sandwich. Are you hungry? Oh no, he's going. He's not waiting for your sandwich. He's wondering about going inside, I think. We're at Tesco. Do you want some sandwich? No, I'm running away. Hey. He almost looks as if he's waiting for someone. Hello, did you enjoy your trip up to the loft on the pulley system? Good morning on whatever the heck day today is. Thursday. Mucky lens, I think, not sure, hang on. No, it might just be the light up here. It is Thursday. I have brought you to the loft because I have to pick orders, but also while I'm here I have to tidy up some of this shit show. Oh, do I have the energy for tidying up? Probably not, but still it needs to be done. Hang on. Don't fall off there, okay? You've been told. Right. First things first. Tidying. Right, I've got shoes to put away, you see, in amongst... I've got a lot of stuff to put away. There's 4 bags that have come up that haven't been put away because Natalie brings bags up for me, but she doesn't unpack them, which is fair enough. It's not her job. So that means that the 4 bags need dealing with, without breaking stuff, ideally. And it also means that some of the stuff that's come up has sold before it's even been put away. At some point I need to reorganise the soft toy storage. I've been promising that I would make a better job of how we store soft toys. I don't think today's the day. I'm not feeling it today. And you notice I use the words we store soft toys. It's not us, it's just me. She'd be very cross if she heard me say we. She'd be like, it's not my job. And she's got a strong point there. Strong point. I can always tell when Anthony's been up here because things are slightly different to how they were before. There's a moment when I think, have I lost my mind? Did I leave that like that? Okay, so really the logical thing to do is to put away stuff first and then get out the stuff you're taking down, Carla. So try and operate logically, Carla. Oh, I need to relist this coffee pot. Somebody wanted to buy the tea set but not the coffee pot. So that bit needs relisting. Oh, Christ. Memo to self, if you're going to turn your body, you need to take your feet with you. Right. Keep on saying right over and over again as if it makes a difference. It does not make a difference. I need to set up some new auctions. My auctions have run down. And I need to set up some new ones and clear some of this stock out. Particularly some of the older stuff, well, particularly, as which is one of Anthony's lovely words, particularly the older stuff that just doesn't, you know, that plainly wasn't a good buy in the first place. This is the thing. Sometimes I get it wrong. People often say, how do you know what to buy? And the truth of the matter is it's trial and error. I get it wrong a lot of the time. Okay, I have done all my parcels. They're in the boot. We'll drop those off in a minute. And now it is time to go to Mum's. She's had a 40% off voucher for the Fox and Goose, she says. So that's what she's got in mind for us today. Dinner at the Fox and Goose. Where I have taken you guys before. I've taken you all out. Imagine if I'd taken you all out for dinner. That would be a heck of a party. But you have. I've taken the vlog there before. So yeah, parcels over to Mum's. There will be a pop to Sainsbury's at some point in the day, and at some point I need to go to the unit, and I don't know if I can fit that into today or not. So that's a maybe. I did get the loft sorted out, as you saw. We've got 2 postmen at the moment, and they look like they both come out the same pod. Like they're just growing postmen at Royal Mail, all to one pattern. Don't know if you'll see them in the rearview mirror, but yeah, they both got shaved heads. They both, you know, obviously wearing the same uniform with the same head style. Is it hairstyle if you've shaved your head? I don't know. They look like 2 matching postmen. Buy one get one free. Right, that was a segue. Don't know what I was saying. Got the loft sorted. Got my parcels done. I've got stuff in bags unlisted on the floor at the moment in the office because I cleared the space on the desk. I can't have it both. I can't just clear a space by moving it into bags, can I? I need to actually list the stuff. So I'm going to try and sit there tonight and get through at least one bag. There's a lot of crockery on the desk that needs listing. And the silly thing is that that's not actually long to list, because it's probably only like 4 different plates and then a big stack of them, so it won't take very long at all. I just need to get on and do it. But yeah, off to Mum's now. I feel like I could do with a fortnight doing absolutely nothing. Just a fortnight on a desert island, just me and Molly, and a large crate of food, and a Kindle with a lot of books already downloaded on it, and no Wi-Fi. Wouldn't that be lovely? I don't think it would. I think after 2 days I'd be like crawling out the walls because I'd be out of contact with anyone, but it feels like it'd be lovely. Are there any desert islands these days? Have they all been discovered? I mean, you don't know. You can't tell what's not been discovered if you haven't discovered it. I get that. But I feel like the cartographers are fairly certain that they've done it all now, aren't they? that there's not much undiscovered land. I know there's an island somewhere where we can't go. I say we. Anyone who doesn't live there can't go because I forgot my watch. Oh, I'm gonna have to go back. Oh, I hate that. Damn it. Ugh. As I was saying before I realised that, there's an island somewhere where white man, you know, white invaders, whatever, has never managed to go because the native islanders are so aggressive and suspicious of anyone arriving that they kill anyone who lands. I remember reading about it somewhere. So yeah, right, I'm going home to get my watch. Damn it, that means disturbing the dogs again. Double damn it with jam on top. I've got my watch. Let's try again. I was already running slightly late, now I'm running a bit more late. Okay, I just asked Siri about the aggressive island people, and apparently it's the Sentinelese people. Sentinel Island is an island in the Indian Ocean, and they are known as the uncontactable tribe because every time we've attempted to make contact has ended in them literally murdering everyone who comes near. And apparently now people are saying we're probably best to leave them alone because they won't have any protection against any of our Western diseases. So if we do make contact, they'll get wiped out by our germs. So there we go. So if you're interested and want to look it up, it's Sentinel Island, the Sentinelese people, if you haven't heard of them. And I don't know where I started. I started by saying whether there were any desert islands, didn't I? That was it. Well, that's plainly not a desert island because, you know, that's an inhabited island. And my thought was that I could find an island with nobody on it and just sit on it with my dog. I wonder how long it would take Molly to be absolutely sick of the sight of me if she was stuck on a desert island with me. Because there's me going, I just wanted it to be me and my dog, and my dog might be going, oh God, no. Oh no, too much of you is too much of you. Right. Oh, hang on, there's a funeral. Bear with. Right. Sorry, turn the camera off out of respect. I was driving past some people who were leaving the house for a funeral. Right, I'm off to Mum's, you knew that. Let's do it.
I'm walking down the street on clouds instead of the concrete I'm dancing through. Everything's about to come my way, nothing can ruin my day. No matter what anyone does or say, I smile at fools. No, I don't care cause I am on my way up, and I won't stop, I won't slow down. Steady on my feet, I'm gonna rise up. No, I won't stop, it is my time. Cause I know what it's like to be broke.
Here we are then, back at the Fox and Goose. Got 40% off mains, haven't we, Mum? Yeah. Bargain hunters galore we are. Yeah. So yeah, Fox and Goose for lunch. I've got to put a hair dye on my hair tonight. Look at it. It wouldn't surprise me if a plane landed on me right now. Mum's gone for lasagna. After some discussion about whether to have a mixed grill the size of what was on the mixed grill? The steak and the chicken and
Chicken, steak, 2 sausages. It just went on and on.
Yeah, so I didn't think you'd manage it very well. So she's got lasagna, and I've got sausage and mash. My peas are swimming. There's a lot of gravy on there. We've been to Sainsbury's and done Mum's shopping. When we got to the till, we looked out through the window, and it was absolutely persisting it down. Absolutely belting it down. So I've come out in flip-flops, and now I've got wet and grubby feet because all the weather got in. Unpacked Mother's shopping. She's now got 2 full boxes of ice lollies because she thought she'd get 1 box and hadn't. I now need to change her sheets, and then I need to be home for somebody to come over at 5. So yeah, right, sheets. Right, I'm going to have an ice lolly, Mum. Do you want one?
I don't, but you may have one.
I'm gonna. It's 6:15 and I am obviously out with the dogs. And I really do have to put a hair dye on tonight, and I'm so bone tired. So tired. I have to I have to do it tonight because my hair is, as you can see, in dire need of washing. It's like I'm wearing a chip pan on my head, it's so horrible. I can't wash it without putting the hair dye on because it just needs doing. It's silly not to put the hair dye on. I'm so tired, so tired. I feel like that's all I say. I feel like that is all I've said to the waffle now for about 3 weeks is I'm so tired. Just spent about 40 minutes sweeping the front room. It seemed to be no matter how much I swept, there was still another clump of hair appearing. It was probably the same one chasing me around. Yeah, I've just swept and tidied the front room. Spent 10 minutes trying to put Darcy's new harness on. Darcy's got the most amazing no-pull harness from Amazon. Now, Darcy pulls like a steam train. Problem is, Molly does too, and this one's so good on Darcy that I think I'm going to get one for Molly. Natalie got this one for Darcy. I'm going to link it below. I could show you if she was here. Let me call her. Darce, come here. So it's such a simple looking thing. It has loops on it that go down underneath her legs here, and then it's attached to a collar, and so it's got padded bits on the strings to stop it cutting into her, and essentially this bit goes on the lead, and when she pulls, it pulls her here and makes her stop because she's like, what's that? It's absolutely the best no pull harness I've ever tried on any dog ever, and I'm getting one for Molly because I'm sick of Molly towing me up the road like a steam train. So I'm going to link that below. Obviously not sponsored, I don't even know what the company's called. Natalie bought it, but I'm going to link it below for anyone who is having the same trouble I am with just a dog that will not learn to walk nicely. The others, Teddy walks lovely on the lead, apart from the fact that he yeps in the other's ears. He waits till the dog stands next to him and he goes "Arr!" in their ear, and that pisses him off. And Bella walks fine on a lead, but then she's not very big, you know. Molly pulls like fury, and Darcy was the same. Part of the problem for Molly is because this park is so near the house, she hasn't done enough lead time. She hasn't been on the lead enough to learn to walk nicely. So that's my own fault. She's 6.5 years old, nearly 7, and I should have taught her to walk nicely on the lead and didn't. My own fault. But I'm going to get one of these harnesses and see if it works for her, because this has been a game changer as far as Darcy's concerned. She's probably not very happy about it, but I think it's marvellous. So I will, like I said, I will link it below for anyone who's having a similar experience. So I'm looking for Bella. She's on the extendable lead. It's just she's behind me for some reason. I'm going to go home. I don't want anything else to eat today. I had sausage and mash at lunchtime. I think I showed you that. It was very filling. I ate all of the sausages because I was thinking protein. And then I ate about half of the mash and then I was done. But I haven't had anything since. Oh, that's not true. I had a nice lolly. I had a nice lolly at Mum's because I was melting after doing her bed. But that was only 60 calories, so you know, that's not the end of the world. So I'm well under calories for the day, but I don't want anything else really. I've just started 10 milligram of my Microjaro. Tired. 10 milligrams of Mounjaro. I did my first 10 milligram dose yesterday. Bella, come back round, sweetheart, because you're cutting my shoulder off. I did my first 10 mil dose yesterday. No, the night before. It's Thursday today. I did it Tuesday night. And I think maybe that's why I'm so tired, because when I first started Mounjaro, I was really, really tired. And I suppose maybe every time I go up a dose, maybe that's increasing the tiredness. Please don't start raining, I've not got a jacket. So maybe that's why I'm so knackered. But it's certainly, the suppression has really kicked in because I don't want anything. I don't want any dinner. That's Darcy telling people off who were in the car park and not bothering her in the slightest. And now Molly's come to join in because, you know, if we're abusing people, then I'm here for it. So yeah, I don't want any dinner. I am gonna take the dogs home, give them their dinner because they're not on Mounjaro, they're hungry, and slap my hair dye on because it needs to be done. Slap my hair dye on, then I'll go upstairs and see if I can maybe knock out 10 listings while my hair dye's cooking, and then wash it off, and then maybe while I'm sitting in bed waiting for my hair to dry a bit, I can do a few more listings perhaps and knock a few more off, because I do need to get some listing done. Everything's just in bags. I said this morning, I think, didn't I? Everything's just in bags in the room and I'm just moving them around now, so it's ridiculous. I'm overbuying and underlisting, and I keep on saying this. That's the plan for this evening. And then work tomorrow. At some point I have to get to the unit. And I have to do that paperwork so that I can have late access to the unit. That's the other thing I really need to do. Keep meaning to remember. Remembering to mean. See you in a bit. Hair dye is done. Whilst the hair dye was cooking, I managed to get about 8 listings done, I think. I'm going to sit here now and work my way through a bag full. I should do some editing. I don't know if I've got the brain for either of those things, but I'm going to have a go around and working my way through a bag full of listings. Wish me luck. Ooh. I've just realised that the Thursday Murder Club film is now on Netflix. So Netflix is going on. I'm still going to try and do some listing with it on, but whether I'll be successful at listing or whether I'll end up watching telly, I don't know, because normally I have an audiobook on when I'm listing so that it won't distract me too much. But yay, Thursday Murder Club. Well, hair is respectable again, look, no landing strip. I have watched the Thursday Murder Club. I did enjoy it. I'm still not 100% behind the casting as Pierce Brosnan as Ron. If you read the Thursday Murder Club books, you let me know what you think of that casting. I'm bemused by Bogdan getting arrested for murder because I didn't think Bogdan did. It's a long time since I've read the first one, so I didn't think Bogdan did get arrested at the end, but maybe I've misremembered that. I'm not sure. I straightened my hair. I managed to straighten a gap into my fringe, so that's annoying, isn't it? Anyway, it looks better, doesn't it? I hope. I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm working tomorrow, but I'll see you guys tomorrow evening, I expect, unless something very exciting happens in the morning. Good morning. I know I said I probably wouldn't see you this morning, didn't I? Because there wouldn't be anything to tell you. And then I remembered I did have something I wanted to talk about. So, the other night when Tammy and I went to Tesco's on the way home from grommet hunting, remember we saw the fox outside, I bought a tube of toothpaste. It's Oral-B something whitening. It's £20 a tube. I did not pay £20 because it's £10 currently on Tesco Club Card prices, which for US viewers is a store loyalty card where you get reduced prices. And the chances are that even when it's not on Club Card, it won't be £20 because I've got a feeling they're dodgy about that kind of thing. But anyway, I paid £10 for a tube of toothpaste. It says on the front, whitens in just 1 day. Certainly very strong because I am minty AF right now. This is the second day of using it. I don't know if I'm any whiter. I've got very, very stained teeth from years of, I smoked until I was 25. As I spoke to you in last week's waffle or the one before about having dental phobia for years, for not being brought up with a decent teeth cleaning routine and a decent dental visiting routine. It's very early in the morning, bear with me if I'm not getting words. But yeah, so essentially I spent years not looking after my teeth at all and suffered for it. Believe me, I have received my punishment for that. And the upshot is they are stained. Like I said, cigarettes for some years, cigarettes until I was 25, and then Pepsi Max, which of course is corrosive and all the rest of it. Anyway, so I think the enamel is damaged and the teeth surface is stained. But I thought I would try this toothpaste. As I said, but this is day 2 of using it. It's certainly excessively minty. It is as minty as the strong mouthwash. Do you know what I mean? When you use your ordinary toothpaste and then you use a strong mouthwash and you're like, whoa, it's like that. Whether it's going to work or not, I don't know, but I felt if I told you and then every couple of days I went here, you could tell me if I was getting any whiter. What do you reckon? Not if I was getting any whiter, that would be weird, wouldn't it? Imagine if it bleached my entire person from the inside out. It just became paler and paler and paler and ended up like Casper the Friendly Ghost. Anyway, that was what I remembered that I wanted to talk about, and I wanted to talk about it now because I've just done it. I'm off to work. Hello. I'm just here to say that you're not going to get much out of me this evening, I'm afraid. I'm already in pyjamas. I don't feel great, but I really need to drill down through some listings. So I've got several bags here that I intend to work through and do what I can with, and I'll be back and show you some progress later on. But yeah, it's not going to be a very great day for the waffle, I'm afraid. Nat's made me a bacon sandwich for tea, and she introduced it as one bacon sandwich made with very limp, slightly shit bacon, just how you like it. That is how I like my bacon. I like it just slightly frightened. Well, it's 7:30. This lot is now listed. I'm moving over to the bed now and taking this bag of clothes and me. I list clothes better in bed for some reason. I think it's because I've got more space. So I'm moving over to the bed. I'll list on the laptop, put the telly on now. I'm very tired, but I'm not giving up until at least this other bag is done. I've got another bag of assorted bump that I just can't face dealing with. Odds and ends, can't face dealing with that tonight. I'm going to get that bag of clothes done. But before I can move to the bed, I have to find it. Okay, I currently have 105 drafts there. Most of them need photos added. I've got a couple that the photos are on already down here at the bottom, so I'm going to go ahead and schedule those. Tomorrow morning I will be getting up and doing some serious photography before taking stuff to the unit, picking stuff up from the unit, and then I'm out tomorrow night. So tomorrow may be a mildly more interesting day. It's certainly going to be a busier day. I can only apologise that today's been very light waffle-wise, but sometimes I don't do nothing. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good morning on Saturday. It is 8:25 a.m. I woke up at about 5:30 and went back to sleep. Going back to sleep was a mistake. I'll tell you for why. Because when I went back to sleep, I had a dream. I had a bad dream. I had a nightmare. Part of the nightmare was purely that I was on my way to work and I was still in my pyjamas. That bit wasn't, that bit was quite entertaining. I got out the door. I was going to work with someone. I'm not sure who, because I don't work with anyone, but I was leaving my house with someone, and I got halfway down the road and realised I was still in my pyjamas. So in my dream, I rushed back to get dressed, and on the way back to my house, we went past Caroline and her mum, who were off on a cruise. One of those dreams. And I had Molly with me, and I needed the toilet, and so I went into a shopping centre to use the toilet, and I left Molly outside with James Acaster. This is James Acaster, the comedian. I don't know why he was there. I don't know why I'd left Molly outside with him, but I left Molly outside with James Acaster. And when I came out, there was a big crowd and sirens and flashing. And all I could see was Molly lying in the road. And of course I screamed and yelled and woke myself up. It was a bloody awful dream. I've never met James Acaster, but if I do meet him, I will not leave him to look after my dog, because apparently he's not fit for it. Good morning. Teddy apparently is just doing laps around my head. So yeah, it was an awful dream. And I woke up in a bit of a state. And of course Molly's fine, because she wasn't with James Acaster, she was downstairs asleep. But yeah, so going back to sleep this morning did not do me any favours. I should have stayed awake at 5:30 and saved myself the trauma. Anyway, I'm up now. I'm about to do some editing. And then when I get up, it's photographs this morning.
This is not going on YouTube with me.
Oh, it so is.
No, not in my
Apparently Natalie has learnt how to do a double backflip. Tammy's going to make herself late for work to see it.
Are you ready?
We are ready.
Right. Oh, wait, it's scary. Oh. I can do it. I know I can. I did it yesterday.
I know damn well you can't. I don't know what's going to happen now. I'm sitting here purely not knowing what's going to happen, but I know it's not going to be a double backflip. That was a double backflip. 12:37. Excuse the hair. I tied it back because I was taking photographs. I have done so much work. Seriously, look at this. So there is a bag there for the unit, a bag there for the unit, a bag there for the unit, a bag there for the loft. And I have essentially done all of this, all of my...
You fell asleep?
I did not fall asleep, that's a lie. I've done it all on my own. I've done all of this by myself.
I'm charging you 50p a minute.
For the sake of honesty, Natalie has been helping with the photographing and the bagging and tagging. As I was saying before my camera rudely cut me off because it was out of storage, we've done a batch of photos each and then a batch of bagging and tagging each and took it in turns, and Natalie has really helped me fire through some stuff. So I am very appreciative of her, despite the fact that I tried to take all the credit. Thank you, Nat.
In it, bruv.
In it, bruv, apparently. Bruv. Okay. I'm going to drop stuff off at the unit and pick stuff off at the unit. Natalie's going to her nan's for a buffet.
A buffet?
Awkward timing for your buffet, hey?
Horrible timing for a buffet.
3 o'clock family buffet, 7 o'clock birthday meal out with Tamsin. How's that going to go for you? Not
So
so
7
good.
a.m. I'm alright.
I also bought a thing to put my sunglasses on, and now it's in the way, so that's not...
Fight back.
To the unit. Oh, that's what happens when I really get my listing on, eh? Let's get it into the unit. I've got to get all this put away. I've got a few things to pick, and then I'm going to go home and hopefully get a bit of editing done before I have to go out with the dogs before going out tonight for Tamsin's birthday. Well, that's not particularly appealing, is it? I did wonder if we might have some swamp already because it's been such heavy rain today. But I guess it's going to take a while for it to break through the dry ground. Quick evening dog walk, and then I've got to go back, deal with my hair, which is freezing as we speak from the damp weather, slap a bit of face on, find something presentable to wear, and then we're off out to a Chinese restaurant tonight for Tamsin's birthday. Hooray! Bella! Sorry, I cut off a bit suddenly there. One of those electric bikes came up behind me. You know, with the guys all dressed like ninjas with their faces all covered and whatever. And he, don't get me wrong, he wasn't approaching me, he just happened to be ninjaing around. And I'm very aware that the dogs will chase given the chance, because they go, oh, silent thing buzzing away, lovely, we'll run after that. So I've had to regroup and put them all back on the lead again.
Hello.
There she is, there's the birthday girl. Happy birthday to you. How old are you? 46.
And you know what?
Tammy and I had to work it out.
I just literally looked on my memories and I've got a post
Find
on
out how
there.
old you are.
I just looked on my memories and it said 6 years ago, a message from Karen saying happy 40th to my mama.
Tamsin's the only person I know who doesn't know how old she is.
Also, Nick said he watched your YouTube photo video yesterday at work, and he said if you don't like that chicken sauce, he'll have it because he loves it.
Too late, I've given it to Richard next door. It wasn't a question of liking it, it was like I took one lick and I was like, I will die. I will die. So we've got Tamsin, I've got Tina here.
Don't normally trouble finding the hole.
We've got Debbie behind us. Debbie's behind my head, there we go. We've picked up the birthday girl and we're going to a Chinese restaurant in Bradley Stoke.
Thank you very much.
Which I can't remember what it's called, but I know where it is. That's all right. Is it Beijing Palace? Something like that.
Thank you, darling.
Because Tamsin loves a Chinese and can't have it at home ever because it brings her husband out in a panic attack, pretty much, isn't it?
Yeah, he ends up going to hospital.
Yeah,
the
he
smell
can't.
of it,
The smell of the Chinese really badly affects him. So yeah, so we're going for Chinese. I don't know what happens when she goes home stinking of it. Perhaps he just collapses then.
He'll be in bed. He's made a point of going to bed, so when I get home, he can't smell it, and I'll just change my clothes when I go in and put it straight in the washing machine.
Yeah, there we go. So yeah, well, we're meeting Tammy, Tracy, Nat and Debs at the restaurant because they were going on a side quest to Tesco before we met up because Nat's got returns. I don't want to tell you all this. Nat's returning some jeans. Tammy wants some more of that green drink that she thinks is blue. I'll tell you about it now. Look what Debs had made for Tamsin. That's. Oh, we should have bought your mug. Your mug is on the table in the front room.
Oh, okay.
I knew there was something. Yeah, sure, avoid Tracy, she's on the wanted list. Minding my own business, sitting here, and somebody came and tapped me on the shoulder and said hello, and look who it is. Josh is here. No, don't do that, I'm trying to video it.
Oh, sorry. I just wanted to make sure I got the right gift card and the right card.
Diet Coke's around this side, thank you. I bet she moves faster than this table does. I still feel the same, especially for you. This is the one that Nat's nanny Ord made for Tamsin. Bless her cotton socks. Also made by Audrey.
Winning.
You can't twin with yourself, that is you. Yes. Good. Look at these tiny portions. How are you going to manage?
Where do you start?
Are you hungry?
No, I'm not remotely.
Happy birthday, dear Tamsin. Happy birthday to you. Speech. 64.
64. The same.
However, I can provide 7 ponies.
Ponies?
Yep.
I forgot, when do I have to put the full stop to that in?
Wherever you want.
So 7 ponies, right. Ponies. Although 7 ponies sounds like a fabulous dessert.
From the vegan.
But I won't be eating any.
Because they don't serve ponies to lunatics.
Full stop.
Full stop.
Full stop.
When the ponies arrive, please can you
look after them and put them in
The oven to pre-bake. 180 degrees should
just about cook them for Tamsin's birthday.
glue. Tamsin's birthday glue is nice because it will help cover the ponies in. Glitter! It's a birthday, for Christ's sake. I
Sometimes wonder where I got my friends. So we're home and we're celebrating the fact that Natalie had to take the size 16 jeans back to Tesco and get a size 14, which we're very happy about. However,
my bum's gone.
Natalie says her bum has gone. Turn sideways on for the camera.
I look like an iron.
You don't look like an iron board. Your bum is a little bit flatter in those jeans, but that might just be the shape of the jeans. However, tell me what you said about the front section. Turn around again and show me what video you're talking about. So she's got hips, but she's also got an indentation at the top of the hips.
It's not so bad now that I've pulled them down again, but it looked worse a minute ago.
What was it you said you look like?
Big Mac.
You're going to have to describe it because
Like on the adverts where it goes bun, meat, bun.
she thinks she looks like a Big Mac.
I do look like a
She also doesn't think she's got nice legs, and I think she's got lovely
I
legs.
didn't say I had horrible legs. I said, why have I still got fat legs?
You haven't got fat legs.
What the thunder of that is.
You really haven't. I wish you could see the shape you are
I'm
now.
not as wonky as I look in the mirror.
You're not wonky. Please
seriously.
vlog. Well, I'm not fishing for compliments here, but
Look
please
here.
vlog. Tell her that she looks okay.
Do you think
'cause
that's my funny hip that the physio mentioned? Because out here is bigger than here.
stand very straight. Yeah, I do see what you mean.
Now I've lost weight, everyone can see my dying muscle. Oh my god, I'm rotting away.
You're not rotting away.
What's that tuna that they let get mouldy around the outside?
Is that a thing?
Yeah, it's like aged tuna and it grows mould around the outside, but when they slice it, the inside doesn't mould. You can literally.
I don't feel like I want any of that.
Hip now, you could never see that before.
Well, I guess you just better get fat again because you're obviously much happier when you were fat.
It's more weird seeing it like. You could never notice it before, whereas now I've lost weight.
It's not noticeable, I promise. Until you pointed it out to me, I didn't notice it, and I see you all the time. Yeah, but that's because you're standing there trying to find fault with yourself.
Obviously, a comparison.
I don't think she's ever going to be happy.
Probably not. It's me.
Probably not.
Exactly.
Good morning. It's Sunday. I am wearing the same top as Saturday, in case anybody's going, actually in the same top. I am in the same top. Oh, hang on, bright lights. Mogwai. Name that quote. Oh, dirty glass. I can't win here. Hang on, bear with. I'm lost slightly out of reach, obviously. Right, hang on. Hang on. Are you still hanging? Oh dear. Right. Good morning on Sunday. I am wearing the same top as yesterday, and I don't care, essentially. I didn't drop any food down it yesterday. I'm only going to the car boot sale. I have got different trousers on. Not that any of this is remotely relevant or interesting in any way, But I went to put yesterday's trousers on and realised they do not have front pockets, and for the car boot I need a front pocket for my purse. Wow, started strong with the banality this morning. It is Sunday. I am late, it is 8:34. Some days I'm on my way back from the car boot sale by now, but I woke up in the middle of the night for no damn reason. I was awake from 3 until 4:30, trying not to be. I even did that thing somebody recommended, I can't remember where I saw it, whether it was one of you guys or somebody else. If you can't sleep, you should try counting backwards from 200. I've done that a couple of times, and a couple of times it had been reasonably effective. I think I got about as far as 170 before I'd fallen asleep, at least I didn't remember it. Last night I got all the way down to 0, so that didn't work. But yeah, couldn't sleep, couldn't get back to sleep, not sure why. Made the mistake of picking up my phone. I try not to pick up my phone in the middle of the night, because if I pick up my phone, first I check my emails and there's not always good news there, and then I quite often look at the comments on videos, and sometimes something there gets into my brain and ferrets away. But that's what I did last night, and one of the comments that got into my brain and ferreted away was Guy in Manjaro, and it is a comment that I've heard several times, which is, why can't you get it off your GP? You can get it on the NHS now. A lot of people have said it in a lot of different phrases, in ways around, but yeah, basically this is available on the NHS now. You can get it on the NHS now. Why can't you get it off your GP? I think the problem is that although it has been widely reported as being available on the NHS now, it's not until you go into the details and have a look that you discover it's not widely available. Firstly, GPs, certainly up until June, GPs have not been allowed to prescribe it. They have only been allowed to refer you to the Tier 3 weight management service, who can prescribe it. And the waiting list for Tier 3 weight management in Bristol was over 18 months. And when I say over 18 months, I was put onto that waiting list in 2022, and I have never heard anything since. Now, sorry, I've got something in my bloody eye. Perhaps I have fallen through the cracks, I don't know. But I know I was put onto that waiting list. They said, we'll put you on for, and at that time, bear in mind, in 2022, when they put you onto that Tier 3 weight management referral list, if you got through to weight management team, they were probably going to ask you if you wanted bariatric surgery. They weren't at that point looking at Manjaro as options. Either way, it could not until June be prescribed by doctors. It could only be prescribed by the Tier 3 weight management, which you had to wait 18 months to get near. In June, apparently they changed the rules slightly, and some GPs can now prescribe it, although it's still being rolled out across the country, so not all GPs can prescribe, only some. You've got one key. Only some can prescribe at the moment, because it's being rolled out in different areas, because everybody knows that fat people congregate at one end of the island, so the island tips outwards, or something. And finally, even if I was able to get it prescribed by my GP, I don't qualify, because you have to have BMI of over 40, no problem there, nailed that one, but you have to have at least 4 of the comorbidities. There's high blood pressure, I can't remember them, I'll put them on the screen, but I know I haven't got 4 out of 5. Diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol I think was one of them. I may be literally talking out of my bum at this point, so I will put them on the screen so that you know that I am not giving out false information. I do not have 4 out of the 5 comorbidities. Being in pain is not one of the qualifiers. Having absolutely knackered knee joint, not one of the qualifiers. Having lipedema, not one of the qualifiers. So yeah, so essentially I don't qualify to have it on the NHS. This is before we go into the side argument that always rages about whether obesity should be treated at the cost of the NHS, because essentially you have done it to yourself. And this question raised its head in my comments last week, and a couple of people said, well, you know, things like you can get lung cancer from smoking. Essentially, you've done it to yourself. Are we suggesting we don't treat lung cancer? No, of course we're not. So yeah, that's another side argument that gets people very irritated as well, is that, you know, it's your own fault you're fat. Of course it's my own fault I'm fat, absolutely. So all of these combined are the reason that I have been paying for my Manjaro prescription myself, and as I said in the video that I made with Caroline the other day, the chances are that now the prices are increasing, I will not be able to continue. But I just wanted to cover that part because that was one of the things that I read in the middle of the night that then I led awake thinking about this. You know, why can't you get it off your GP? And also I think one of the comments on the video with Caroline was, does your insurance not cover this? I can only assume that that person is in either another country where health insurance is very much the norm, or perhaps they have private health insurance themselves in this country, which is available but far less used because we have the NHS. Because we already pay. This is the thing, people go, oh, the NHS is free. It is not free, you already pay for it. You have been paying for it your entire life. If anyone tells you the NHS is free healthcare, you should jump down their necks and point out that you pay for it every single pay packet. Every single bit, every time you pay tax, you are paying towards what you may or may not need from the NHS at some point in your life. It is not free, it is prepaid healthcare. We are very lucky to have it. It is a wonderful system, I'm not slating it. It's a marvellous system, although it's heavily overworked and underfunded these days. We are very lucky to have it, but it is not free healthcare, it is prepaid healthcare. So these are the things that ran through my head in the night, along with another comment of a lady who was helpfully suggesting the things I should eat, and that ran through my head for a while as well. So essentially I didn't sleep very well, and then I overslept because when I did get back to sleep I slept longer than I wanted to, and now here I am going to the car boot sale at, it's now 8:41. Quick pop to the unit. I know I was here yesterday, but as I was driving past it seemed silly. I've sold a couple of things since yesterday. It seems silly not to pop in and grab them, bearing in mind that I was going the right way to not have to sit in that bloody roadworks traffic jam. Right, I've done my parcels, I've done my video. I'm still very tired. I'm going to sit on my bed, eat my sandwich, probably put a bit of telly on. There's a chance I might have a nap because it's pissing down with rain out there. So I'm not going to get any more washing on the line. Okay, my pasta bake is in the oven. I'm also in the middle of making a batch of apple plum cake. So I've got some basic cake mix with a jar of apple sauce stirred in. Don't know whether that'll work or not, we'll find out. It's going into these muffin papers. And then I'm going to put chopped apple and cinnamon on top of that, and then I'm going to put crumb topping on top of that. So off we go. So that's my crumble topping, that's going to go on the top of my muffins. Shouldn't have put these in the papers so early, they're starting to spread already. Never mind, let's get the crumble topping on. And into the oven on a high heat to start with for 5 minutes and then down. Unexpected decision to go to Old Lady Bingo, which is what?
5:35. 3 and 2, 32. All the 7, 77. On its own, number 3. 80, 80. 8 and 7, 87. 4 and 5, 45. 3 and 4, 34. 1 and 6, 16. 8 and 2, 82. 60, 60. 2 and 6, 26. 1 and 3, 13. On its own, number 6. 3 and 7, 37. Next number is 4 and 8, 48. 1 and 9, 19.
Back from bingo. I did not win. Tracy won, and since we all share, we had a tenner each. But I did not win. Thought I'd show you the results of my cooking since I rushed out earlier on without showing you. There's the pasta bake, which the fam have already started tucking into, so I guess it's edible because I can't see any corpses on the floor. Here are my crumble-topped muffins, which I have to say look pretty good. All I need to do is cut one open and find out. Let's do that now. Slicing it open is not an option. It has stuck somewhat to the paper. The proof of the pudding is in the eating. Even if I said it, I shouldn't. That's really good. That's banging. Verdict on the pasta bake? It's not pointing at you.
Yeah, that's right.
Can I have a better verdict on the pasta bake?
Yes, it's right.
It's alright. It's alright. That's about as much.
Well, I didn't get it when it was warm because Nat forgot to tell me.
Can you heat it up?
I have heated it up, but it's already...
Nat didn't tell him the food was ready. Okay, thank you for joining me for this week's waffle. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I will see you next week. Take care. Bye for now.